Transforming your life through hypnotherapy has never been easier. With the help of your host, Julie from coachinghypnosis.net, and these power-packed minisodes, you're sure to find yourself engaging in more positive behaviors around both your physical and mental health. Here's your host, Julie.
G'day, it's Julie from coachinghypnosis.net, and you deserve to know the role of hypnotherapy in addiction recovery, because people have had enough of being fabulous and addicted to things at the same time. And I'm not a therapist or psychotherapist, but this is my 10th year as a clinical hypnotherapist in strategic psychotherapy. I currently help my clients online. They change their life without changing out of their pajamas, and I can only imagine someone like you wants to put things right, get your life back on track, and wholeheartedly live your life. And you deserve to be clean and enjoy the freedom of being healthy. And addiction recovery can be compared to climbing a mountain. And at first, the ascent might seem steep and impossible, but each step forward, you get to gain more strength and determination. The journey may be challenging, but reaching the summit and looking back at how far you've come, it's a rewarding experience. And just like reaching the top of a mountain, overcoming addiction gives you a sense of accomplishment and a new perspective on life. Addiction is a serious problem that affects millions of people around the world, and it can take many forms, from substance abuse to gambling, and it can ruin lives, relationships, and careers. However, there is hope for those that are still struggling with addiction, and one of the most effective complementary treatments is hypnotherapy. And there are several ways that you can think that could lead to the path of addiction. First, you can have a low tolerance for the unknown, a lack of self-soothing strategies for coping with life's unknowns, those ambiguous situations. A client who has low tolerance for ambiguity and is also struggling with addiction might find it difficult to manage the change because they have a strong need for structure and predictability in their life. They can feel overwhelmed and anxious when faced with situations that are unclear. Addiction can contribute to this intolerance of ambiguity by creating a sense of urgency. Clients focus on immediate solutions to their cravings rather than having the tools to help them consider the long-term consequences of their actions. A lack of tolerance for ambiguity can also contribute to feelings of anxiety, frustration, and irritability. Individuals may become easily frustrated with delays or setbacks and may struggle to handle situations that require patience or flexibility. This can further exacerbate their addiction and create a cycle of distress and dependence. Therapy, self-reflection, other strategies can be used to increase tolerance for uncertainty and promote a more balanced and adaptive approach to life. I remember a client once asked me to hypnotize him in his ute so he could drive straight home to his loving family rather than going to the pub and playing the slot machines straight after work. Clients managing meth addiction really like yoga because they don't get too high and excited, and they don't get too relaxed like the feelings of synthetic heroin. But if I had told my client that was in the ute to go and try a yoga class, he probably would have preferred to go to the pub and play the pokies or the slot machines. The solutions are different for everyone. If you've ever thought about why great sporting heroes fall into the hands of addiction, like the world's greatest football player, Maradona, who went through a stage of rampant cocaine addiction, or the baseball player Josh Hamilton, who spiraled into the dark realm of addiction. Their relentless all-or-nothing thinking made them great athletes, giving their sport their all 100% all the time, and that leads to greatness. But all-or-nothing thinking isn't great when it comes to addiction. All-or-nothing thinking is a type of cognitive distortion where individuals can see situations in black or white terms without any shades of grey. They may have an overly rigid and absolute view of the world and categorize things either as completely good or completely bad with no middle ground. For example, a client with all or nothing thinking may believe that they must be perfect in every aspect of their sport, or else they are a complete failure. They may view a single mistake as evidence of their overall worth and give up easily when faced with challenges. They may also have difficulty accepting compliments or positive feedback, as they may only see their flaws and shortcomings. All or nothing thinking can contribute to low self-esteem, anxiety, depression. It can lead to feelings of frustration, hopelessness, rigidity, as individuals may be unable to adapt to changes or challenges in their life. To overcome all or nothing thinking, individuals can benefit from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, mindfulness practices, and other therapeutic approaches that help them develop a more flexible view of the world and learn how to embrace complexity and uncertainty, which can reduce stress, which, as you know, likes to hang around with all or nothing thinking. And here's the weird thing about low tolerance for ambiguity. Sometimes it pairs up with a strong need for global necessity. Global necessity is a term used in psychology to describe a person's need for certainty, stability, and predictability in their life. Individuals who have a high degree for global necessity feel a strong need to know what's going to happen next and be in control of their environment. They may have difficulty dealing with ambiguity and uncertainty as they feel that sense of security is threatened by not knowing what's going to happen. Global necessity drives individuals to seek out structure, stability, and predictability in all aspects of their life. They may become rigid in their thinking, refusing to consider alternative perspectives or to change their views, even in the face of new information. This tendency to hold on to certainties can lead to difficulties in relationships with their professional life. They may struggle to adapt to changing circumstances in work or work well in teams. To overcome the effects of global necessity, individuals may benefit from therapeutic approaches that help them with greater flexibility in their thinking, as well as increased capacity to tolerate ambiguity and uncertainty. And this may include cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness practices, and other therapeutic techniques that help them develop a more nuanced and adaptive view of the world. By embracing uncertainty and change, they can improve their overall well-being, reduce stress and anxiety, and lead a more fulfilling life. And finally, some clients have a strong emotional frame. Rather than thinking before they speak, or think before they act, or think before they share. But you and I both know that's an easy trait to identify. Let's be honest, addiction is a serious problem that affects millions of people around the world, and as you know, it can take on many forms. But one of the main benefits of hypnotherapy for addiction recovery is that it's a non-invasive form of therapy, and it can be used alongside your current treatment plan. So there you have it, folks. You can be free. Don't wait. Make an appointment with your doctor, ask for a treatment plan that incorporates hypnotherapy today, and start your journey for a happier and healthier life. But here is a script called Addiction Relapse Prevention. And now imagine a peaceful and special place, and you can imagine this special place, and perhaps you can even feel it. You're in that special place. You're alone and there's no one to disturb you. This is the most beautiful place in the world for you. Imagine yourself there and feel that sense of peace flow through you, sense of well-being. Enjoy these positive feelings. Allow yourself to enjoy the expansive beauty of your peaceful place as you relax. A grey mist will appear before you. Out of the grey mist will emerge a symbol of your addiction, and maybe a bottle of liquor, container of drugs, or a deck of cards, or a buffet loaded with food or pornographic magazines, or a person or a work schedule filled with appointments. This is a symbol of your addiction, and it emerges from the mist, and as you focus on the symbol of your addiction, you see the beautiful place change from a beautiful to chaotic. The beauty gradually gives way, and the bareness and emptiness, you focus on the symbol of your addiction, the beautiful place, where it becomes ugly and scared. To your left, you see faces, you hear the voices of loved ones who have withdrawn from you, separated by the grey mist and the symbol of your addiction. Prized possessions, money, careers, reputation, friends are engulfed by the swirling grey mist. You can hear a voice whisper behind you, lost, lost, lost. Feel the isolation, feel the desolation. Take a deep breath and relax. Relax your thoughts, relax your body. And as you relax, the symbol of your addiction fades away. The grey mist fades with it, and in the distance, a golden light appears, filling you with tranquility and safety. And as the golden light draws closer, a person emerges from the golden light. That person is you. At that point in the future, recovering, sober, balanced, filled with inner peace, hope, and joy. And as you watch this future expression of yourself, you notice you are surrounded by persons whose lives have been enhanced by your life. You feel the confidence and competence of this person that you are. The beautiful place is transformed and breathtaking in its grandeur. You accept all that has been, the good and the bad and the tragic and triumphant, as part of a design to deepen who you are. You are the future steps The you of the future steps close. You look into its eyes and sense the peace and freedom. The golden light surrounds you and fills you with the warmth and expectancy at the positive good that is to be. Now take a deep breath and relax. Allow the essence of experience to gently flow through your being. So what if you thought about addiction recovery hypnosis differently? And what if you didn't? The choice is yours.